Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are here to talk about all the good NBA action from Wednesday, November 27th. It is Thanksgiving Eve. It's actually Thanksgiving when I'm recording this, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. There's going to be no games on tomorrow. There's just going to be football. So we're not going to do an NBA recap tomorrow. I might try to make it up to you guys by dropping a movie review like late tomorrow night if I have time. We'll see what happens, but I think there were about 4 good NBA games tonight. We can kind of just get into those, starting off with the Heat and the Hornets to start the night off. Tyler Hero scores 27 points as the Heat hold off a late comeback try by the Hornets. Again, the Hornets have lost a decent amount of games this year, but they lose in like a hard fashion. You know, obviously great scoring from both Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, and we know Duncan Robinson to be a great three-point shooter. He put that on display. You know, you get those games every now and then. Sorry if my fucking room's a mess. I know, I'm a fucking loser, seriously. But, yeah, they beat the Hornets by 4, and that's great. You know, Tyler Hero was knocking down some shots. Actually a pretty fun game. Tijane Savon is kind of a guy that the Hornets have started to look at and use in their lineup. That's cool. Brandon Miller was hitting shots. LaMelo Ball was hitting shots. I mean, it was the normal stuff from the Hornets, but just couldn't get it done. I mean, 22 points for Duncan Robinson, who shot 6 for 9 from 3. That's incredible. I mean, 10 assists and 10 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. You get a 27-point performance for Tyler Hero off of 33% three-point shooting, 50% overall shooting. It's just like you don't have Jimmy Butler, and instead you have a guy like Hayden Highsmith. Like, yeah, they have Tyler Hero, they have Jaime Jaquez coming off the bench that can give some solid minutes, and even, you know, Pele Larson, who's actually been playing pretty good for them. I think they drafted him this year. He's one of their, like, younger guys. Yeah, he's out of Arizona. He played pretty good tonight, but I don't know. Not a great game. Or, I guess they do have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler really didn't play that good, but I don't know. I'm not going to, like, shit on him at all. You know, looking at the Hornets, 21-point game for Brandon Miller. He had 32 points and 10 rebounds for LaMelo Ball. Not the greatest shooting splits in the world, but he's kind of continuing to have a really good season. So there's that. Or no, the Heat won. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why the fuck is Taj Gibson a starter? I mean, you have, I don't even know, no, Nick Smith, Micic, Seth Curry. It's weird. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with that game. I'm completely lost. I'm out of it. I'm ready to go to fucking bed. Obviously, I'm going to probably try to grind some stuff before I go. But if these videos are a little fucked, I'm sorry. It's also a live stream format, so I'll make errors. Moving on to the Blazers and Pacers game. Pretty good stuff here. You know, Tyrese Halliburton actually starting to hit some threes. It's been great to watch that. Shaedon Sharpe, he's had a really good season. A very underrated player in the NBA right now. He was hitting some threes. There's not really much to talk about with this game. I'm just going to speak on it briefly. 16 points, 12 rebounds for DeAndre Ayton. He shot 70%. You get a 30-point game for Anthony Simons, who shot 6 for 12 from 3. Now, we usually know Anthony Simons to be more of the bouncy, athletic guy on the squad, but recently he has been an amazing three-point shooter, so that's fun. Kamara could have played a little better. I mean, they have Delano Banton and like Scoot Henderson off the bench that kind of pick up the crumbs, but I don't know. Looking at the Pacers, really good game for them. 29 points for Pascal Siakam off of 40% three-point shooting, 60% overall. 28 points and 10 assists for Tyrese Halliburton off of 50% three-point shooting. Again, those efficiency numbers and the shooting percentages towards the beginning of the year weren't great, but he's really making that up. Benedict Mathurin, great game. 24 points, 10 rebounds, shot 60% from 3, 50% from the field. Phenomenal work there. Again, not much to say about that game. We're just going to keep trudging forward. We're going to get to the Rockets and the Sixers. The Rockets easily one of, if not the best young team in the NBA. Obviously, we have the Thunder. We will talk about them in a second. But my fucking goodness. Jalen Green's 41 points lead the Rockets to a 7-point overtime win over the 76ers. And, you know, there's been some talks about the 76ers not figuring it out, starting in the season 3-14. There definitely could be a resurgence. Like, I definitely still believe that the Sixers could have something happen and just go fucking ballistic. But my God, 3-14, that is a tough start. I mean, Jalen Green having probably his best game of the season. And for a while, you know, Jalen Green wasn't really playing that good. You know, he had some pretty bad shooting split nights, you know, single-digit scoring nights. But he came back. He played an amazing game when they needed it in overtime, you know, battling the guard play with Tyrese Maxey. But yeah, good scoring night from Alperen Şengün, and obviously grabbing rebounds as well. That is a great duo and something, you know, the Rockets are continuing to develop. They may not be huge contenders this year. Well, they kind of fucking are. They're 14-6, but we'll have to see what happens when the playoffs roll around. I'm I'm going to love seeing the Rockets' first playoff run. I feel like they're definitely going to at least make the play-in, even if they have a shitty drought. But it was an overtime game. This was fucking incredible. Lil Dicky wouldn't be too happy. Jalen Green just did everything, scoring the rock, getting up for dunks. Such an athletic three-level scorer. It's insane. Kenyon Martin Jr. played against his old team. He was playing some good defense. Ricky Council, the fourth, got up for some dunks. Yeah, I mean, 22 points and 14 rebounds for Alperen Şengün, and holy shit, what a game for Jalen Green. 41 points. He shot 67% from three, 60% from the field. Absolutely phenomenal. You get 19 points and 12 rebounds from Amen Thompson off the bench, who no one's really going to talk about with this game. He shot 8 for 10. That was fucking awesome. You look at the 76ers, I mean, no Embiid. How can you really say anything? I mean, yeah, Yabusele's been putting in work. I mean, 22 points off of 67% three-point shooting. Tyrese Maxey, 39 points, 10 assists, 50% three-point shooting. But, like, Andre Drummond replacing Embiid, it is such a step down. And I know they have... And shout out to Ricky Council, too. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 67% from three. And I know they have good bench players. They have KJ Martin. They have Ricky Council that can get stuff done. But, my goodness, it's not even really about Paul George, because they were able to do it without Paul George before. Like, Embiid has got to get back. I don't know what's happening. I guess he got, like, suspended or something. There's been all sorts of drama surrounding this guy. Nothing but problems. It's terrible for his legacy, because he's a fucking star player. I don't even know. Let's just kind of move on here. Let's close out the night with the Thunder Warriors. Very hard-fought battle for the Warriors. Got to give them credit. Both teams fairly injured, but the Warriors literally are without their best player. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scores 35 as the Thunder hold off the Warriors without Steph Curry. They win by 4. You know, great game for Shai scoring the rock. Late in the first half, you get Jalen Williams getting hurt with an eye injury. Hopefully he's better, because obviously they don't have Chet Holmgren, and that is super impactful to lose a guy like J-Dub. So hopefully he's good. Hopefully he doesn't, like, lacerate something in his fucking eye or something, if that's the term. But yeah, good scoring night for Shai, of course. Wiggins could have tied a layup and missed. I don't know. Andrew Wiggins is definitely a confusing case. I don't really know. Kyle Anderson had a couple momentous plays. There were guys in between the cracks for the Warriors that were really playing good. Draymond Green being a facilitator without Steph Curry. We know Draymond Green to be a facilitator in the first place, but, like, even more without a point guard on the court. And yeah, Jonathan Kuminga was hitting tough shots. It was a tough game for the Thunder to win. But, I mean, when you get 35 points from Shai, you get 14 points, 14 rebounds for Isaiah Hartenstein, all goes well. I mean, at least with Shai being hurt, you get Hartenstein back. That's great. And Hartenstein's playing just as good as he was just as good as he was in New York. I mean, Draymond Green, 10 points, 13 rebounds. That's really all the Warriors had going for them. You're starting a guy like fucking Lindy Waters. I mean, what a joke. You have guys off the bench like Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield, even fucking Pat Spencer. Goddamn. You have guys like that off the bench, and you're playing fucking Lindy Waters, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. It's a strange situation. No games on Thanksgiving, though, so I am out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know, it's just kind of just me throwing games at you. For how many games there were tonight, there weren't that many good ones, and I didn't really pay attention too much. I watched a decent amount of the Heat-Hornets game, and then we kind of switched back and forth, but that's really about it. I'm out, guys. I'm going to go record this National Lampoon's Vacation movie review, kind of start editing that for a little bit, and then go to bed. I got Thanksgiving tomorrow, so got to get on that. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Have a good Thanksgiving. Friday, I guess we could talk about the Friday games real quick before I head out. I mean, there's really not that many good games happening on Friday.